Hello there, and welcome to the Russia and Shaban show. Miss Cassium, where are you in this world?
I see what's happening. I'm in Key Largo. I'm in Florida.
Right.
Florida.
Well, it's kind of nice. It'd be nice if you were here, Cass. I'm not going to lie, because that was all a bit tense. That last 90 minutes. 4-0 Rush. Alessia Russ's goal ruled offside. Not quite understanding why. Nobody actually explained that whole situation at all. But let's dive into it. But beforehand, make sure you like and subscribe to both channels, wherever it is you're watching this. Rue and I will keep you across whatever we can for the Women's Euros. And this was the game. This was the fixture. Oh, I just see I've got my good work sticker on that Brooks gave me. That we were building up to. Fair play. The English absolutely obliterated the Dutch, Rue.
Yeah, I mean, obviously when it starts, you're watching the game, and it was quite cagey the first 10 minutes, a lot of nerves out there. And I think when England got the goal, it did settle them a bit. But you're watching the Dutch, and they gave nothing. I felt sorry for Viv Miedema up front, who got zero service in the whole game. A few of the Dutch players, I think, will be looking back at their performances and going, right, that was pretty shocking, and they're going to need to turn up for this final game against France. Credit to England, they dug in and they started, once they got a couple of goals, obviously scoring right before half-time again, they were going in, going, right, we're coming out. But watching Serena Wiegman, she looked like she felt the pressure, she felt relief, she felt a bit of, come on, let's sort of shut up the media, classic English media. You know how I feel about that all the time. But one game in, they jump on the let's tear the team apart. Let's pick on. I seen you doing one in Oncast actually. I thought you were on it a bit too. Didn't watch the whole clip, mind you, but
this one about me saying that she needs characters.
And characters, I think you said about Mary Earps and stuff like that, but Hannah Hampton's came up and kind of shut up her critics with some assist. What a ball that is for the goal. It's literally back to front. Great play from Russo though. Great play from Russo, just let the ball run across her body and then holds the ball up, gets onto James. But Lauren James, again, we go back to it comes to another tournament and you're going, it's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair.
Why is she so good? Just get lost, Lauren, like you're too good.
Yeah.
I mean, do you know, let's start with the Hannah Hampton thing. If anything, I would say I have been thoroughly supportive of England going into this game. I've been telling the office, the friends, everyone, settle down. Like I love the Dutch. You know my feelings for Vivianne Miedema. They're strong. But I think the Dutch have been off it of late, and you can't measure the Welsh as a tough test with no disrespect to them. Absolutely no disrespect. However, they put on a great performance the other day. England needed that tough start to then go forward and do what they've done today. And when it comes to characters, I completely stand by what I said about Hannah Hampton. I said she's an outstanding goalkeeper. I've had abuse today from people saying that, I don't know, that I've been shading her. I said they're missing big characters, and they are still missing big characters.
Yeah, no, I hear that, but I think that's it. It's one game, so one game you can't write teams off or go into. I've seen a few things on TalkSport of them absolutely slaughtering things. I'm not saying you, I'm saying the media and stuff as a whole have been, that's it, but it's classic English media. They're going to, things go wrong one game and it's let's turn against team, let's slaughter them, let's do this and that. And there's people and they've never been in these situations in their life. They've never played football, never played in an international major tournament, and people obviously people are allowed to come in and chip in with their opinions, and that's the beauty of football. But you're going, you don't really understand it, so just hold back. Let's see what happens. If anything, it's probably good for England. It's been a great wake-up call for them. I don't know how far they'll go in the tournament, but you could see today that they can turn it on, and you look at their squad. If at one point I was actually going, right, Serena, make some more changes now, make them earlier, because the job is done and dusted here. Go and give people a run out, give them time to perform and time to get involved in the game and make something happen. But no, credit to England, they got the job done, but the Dutch were, I'm sorry, but they were infuriating, and I think the Dutch managers got it wrong. I think you look at the team and you go, okay, and I get there's this whole thing with senior players and people start leaving them out and they go, oh, they can't handle it, but I think the likes of not having Danielle van der Donk in your starting team, maybe not having Spitzer in your starting team, and you could argue to a certain extent Bernstein, Again, another big player at major tournaments can step up, lightning quick, experienced players not playing for the Netherlands. I think that punished them. And that's no disrespect to the younger players, because you've got players like Captain, and she's quality. She kept going, she didn't give up. She had a few good moments on the ball, turning great turns, trying to make things happen. But I just think, I don't really think it was a game won in the midfield, to be honest. I know that's a typical saying. I know Georgia Stanley gets her goal, you get Ella Toone gets her goal. But in terms of midfield, it was relatively quiet enough. Probably if you go and watch the game back and you really go into it, you'll look and see that the midfield were working really hard and covering, doing the dirty work that maybe went a bit unnoticed. But in terms of dictating games, it wasn't really dictated from the midfield. But all the same, England got the job done, and some players stood up. You see a wee bit of reshuffling there. You've got Jess Carter coming in at centre back, Alex Greenwood going to left back. Stuff like that. You're going, interesting, but same with Lauren James.
Greenwood looked good there at left back, to be fair. I thought that was one of the more positive changes tonight. I actually thought Stanway might have found herself on a bench tonight, and then again proved the doubters wrong, proved anyone who kind of judged her in that one performance, including myself. I did say I thought she was miles off it the other night, and she did the media, she did the press conference and was like, somebody texted me saying it's like a bad night out, you've just got to forget about it and go again. And Rush, you can't criticise the mentality that then they've got for this game. They've suited up, they've put it behind them, they've known they had to go up so many levels, and tonight they've done that. And for me, Rush, I'm looking and going, okay, another final is on their hands.
The thing is, you're human beings at the end of the day. Everyone's allowed to have an off day. It happens, and at the same time, it was 2-1 in the France game. Do you know what I mean? They've not been battered. And
it was never offside. That goal was never offside.
Yeah, I mean, you could say that, but it was still 2-0 then going into the end of the game, whatever. But and I think that the French are looking lively, but the French normally, when things go a bit wrong, you kind of lose them. But you look at the French squad, and they've got to be a team going, no, we're contenders here for this tournament. But that's it. I think with the pressure and the media and all eyes on England, I think sometimes it can work in their favour if things go wrong in the next game, which you'd expect them to beat Wales. But again, it's kind of a bit of a derby game as such. So close, the nations so close together, and the Welsh will be wanting to go, look, we know it's our first tournament and we know we're the underdogs. Nobody expects anything from us. Everyone has written us off. Nobody expects us getting out the group. But I think within the Welsh team, they'll be going, they probably know they won't be getting out the group, but they'll be going, we want to, our rivals England, we want to make it as tough as we can, or else there's no point being here at this tournament. So they've got to just tweak up again. I think they'll bank up. I think it'll be a 4-5-1. And they'll try and just shut England out, and it'll be a long night. It'll be a long night for them, and they'll have to have things go in their favour. They'll have to have a bit of luck. They'll have to ride the wave, ride the storm, and try and just get something out of that game. But England look like they're up for it again, and they'll be wanting to shut up their critics and just quietly move along in the tournament within their camp.
Definitely. And actually, coming into this game, I did say I think England win this game tonight, and then by beating Wales, if they beat Wales, they have to obliterate them, because come Sunday, Rush, 3 of those teams could all have 6 points, so it will go down to goal difference. You never know. I think, like we're saying that England had an off night, against France. Like you say, they weren't battered by any matter of terms, but they did have an off night. We know France can have off nights. So who's not to say the Netherlands walk away from this game going, right, we're licking our wounds now. We need to put on a show. Say they nick a point against France, which is very, very possible. Say they beat France. England then are looking at goal difference. So tonight was a big, big win for them, because until in 50 minutes time, that next game will kick off. But for now, in their second game, then England are sitting top of the group because of that goal difference. So that'll be key for them against Wales. And you never know, you might see that shape change there. I think Russo was talking about this in the press conference as well. You might see 2 up front. You might see more Ejimang in that game against Wales, where they'll just have to fire goals in if it goes to plan. But as you say, for Wales, it's a derby. It's a game of pride. There's a rivalry there. So they might make it very, very difficult for England to play against.
They'll do their best. But again, you've got to look and go, they have to have a bit of luck on their side. They do. There's no, do you know what I mean? And England are now a powerhouse in women's football, and they're experienced in these tournaments. They always qualify for major tournaments, and it's the Welsh's first one. And you've kind of got to earn your right to be there, and they'll be wanting to qualify for another major tournament if they can, but getting there is massive, but you can't really expect much from them. But obviously within their camp, they'll be going, we have to stay in this game and make it as difficult as possible. We don't want to get battered. We don't want to be ridiculed. And again, it was like the fine moments in that last game, conceding right before half time, stuff like that, which can't happen. It can't happen because it just knocks the stuffing out of you. And the other team going to the change room at half time going, okay, we're kind of in charge here. But look, it's an exciting game. It's an exciting game still. I'm going, looking now at some of the games that I've caught, you're going, what a tournament. There's been some fantastic moments, some fantastic goals scored. I think today definitely disappointed with the Dutch. I thought they were really poor. And they looked a wee bit almost tired. Players just playing as individuals at times. And that's obviously what, you know, in men's football, sometimes the Dutch have been known as in tournaments, maybe turning on each other. They can't do that. They've got to stick together, and can't be a battle of the egos. They've got to stick together and go, right, we need to put on a performance now in a massive game. They go away, lick their wounds and regroup and see what happens. But I think the manager too maybe got it wrong. So I think there's maybe a few changes coming for that last game.
Yeah, he's going to have to change it up, and listen, it's going to be a massive game for them. So I think we'll maybe see a different side of the Netherlands. Also, he took Viv off when he knew it was done and dusted, because he's going, right, I'm needing you firing and all cylinders come. The voice of women's football has just walked into the room.
Who's that?
Come here, come here, come here.
Hey, chick.
Have you been running? What did you think about the game?
Good.
Who won?
England.
What team do you support, Riva?
Arsenal.
All right, okay. And what country do you support? Do you support Ireland or England?
Oh, tell her.
England. I mean Ireland.
Yeah, I think that's right. That's better. Well done.
You can play for, when you're older, you could play for Scotland, England or Ireland, couldn't you?
All of them.
You want to play for all of them, a bit like your Uncle Cass?
Yeah.
Did you just sniff my breath?
Yeah.
Oh,
does it smell?
Yes.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Shonky monkey. So, Rue, how do you think this is going to go? Talk to me about your state of the group then. Who are the top two teams that go through from Group D?
I'm going to say it's going to be England and France that go through.
French and dance.
Who?
Dance.
France can dance. I think it's going to be the French and English that go through and follow themselves on in this competition. And I think the Dutch and the Welsh will be going home out of this group. But what a great tournament it's been so far. Some fantastic goals. And Cass, I'll be back with you very shortly. And we can watch the games together again.
Rush is back for the last 8, which means we can try and do all of the quarterfinal watch-alongs. Do you want to take part with this? Who do you think is going to win the whole competition?
Who's in it? Beth Mead.
Beth Mead's in it, yeah. So
Beth Mead's in the competition.
France, the Netherlands, Spain are very good.
Germany, Sweden, doing all right. Yeah.
England.
Oh.
England.
And I want to do it with...
What's in England? Beth Mead.
Beth.
Russo.
I want Beth and Russo. And
Lauren James, she was good tonight, remember? You watched her
very
and you
good.
went, whoa. She went, whoa.
Did she?
Yeah, she loved it.
You've got to start practicing with the football a bit more. Yeah, working with the football and maybe playing with the boys now, and you can be the next best thing. Have a think about that.
She's going to go get her shower now.
Yeah.
You want to say goodbye to Rue?
I still want to stay with you.
Okay, well, we're going to
you're a baby now.
Rue, what do you think the scoreline's going to be tonight?
Cass, I think it's going to be a a long night for the Welsh. I think they'll give it their all again. They'll try and stay in the game, but I think it's going to be a long night, and I think they'll concede a few goals. I hope not. I hope for them not, because I do like Wales, and I'm delighted for them. Obviously, it was bittersweet. But it wasn't bittersweet. I'm talking pish. It was absolutely a heartache for us not qualifying. Yeah. But I think there's that thing for the smaller nations. You kind of look out for them, and you hope that they do well. Because it is tough to not get the luxuries that other nations have. So I hope that they go and they give it their all. And
do you not tell us that we were going to after school today?
Oh.
Can we go to our school club tomorrow?
You've got Faith's house for a play date.
Wait, today's
Thursday.
Friday.
Tomorrow's Thursday. Right, one more second. Okay, thanks to you guys in the comments as well. Great team performance, closing down every ball, winning every ball back, confidence booster, a long way to go. That's from Rach. Hi to Jonathan. He said, amazing team performance, just like you two. Thank you, Jonathan. Amelie Hibbard, she said, I think Hannah Hampton is going so well, and especially when everyone is going to kind of compare her to Mary Earps. Paul Brunt saying, thought that was going to be harder. Total domination.
Paul Brunt?
He's a man in the comments. Keeper not great, England fab, Russo bullied them. And Netherlands today, nothing. Hi to McGee. France have done a bit of rotation for the Wales game tonight as well. Hi to Gary. Well done, England. Lots of guys in the comments. I love this. I love these men who are on board for the Euros. Oh, speaking of men, we've got the
another one.
Never knew we needed.
Hi, bro. What's going on, guys?
Guys, this is meant to be work. And then also hi to Frankie, who actually put in the comments there, they miss Mary Earp's biting lips and presence. Come on now, Frankie. Let's not act like this England team doesn't miss Mary Earps, okay? It's very, very early stages, and she is a big character. And Hannah is an outstanding keeper, and she showed that tonight. Let's stop getting so catty and weird with constructive criticism.
Can you?
Right, you guys need to say bye to Rusha and say like and subscribe.
Like, subscribe.
Nice.
Like,
Okay.
Okay.
Like and subscribe. Rue, we'll see you soon. We're back for the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
In fact,
the quarterfinals is a fake show.
Rush, that's what I was going to say as well. We'll make sure we come on for Sunday night after what happens.
Okay, guys.
All right.
In a bit, guys.
Say bye, everyone.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Like and subscribe. Bye.